Okie dokie, time for round one. And this is a bit of a sketchy one, but well, just keep it. This is definitely not the ideal campaign of Vengeance deck. It's possible that I just should be boarding it out every game. But I hadn't actually had a chance to draft like a really good version of this deck yet either, so I want to see how it is in just like a normal deck. I think it's sufficiently okay. Like we actually have a few things that go well with it. But I would not be surprised if, in hindsight, I'm going to look at this draft and go, no, that was terrible. Thermal Alchemist. I honestly don't think I want to kill that. I mean, it's going to deal some damage over time, but it's not a good blocker or anything. Certainly deals damage a lot slower than something like this thing. Well, now there's a Graph Rats, and now I no longer want to, boon any of those things. So I'll just play the rats. Maybe I can trade. For this thing, I basically never want to cast it for lower than X equals 2. Like, whenever you get higher than that, superb. But 2 is a perfectly fine number to kill a creature and get a couple of 2/2s out of it. Well, I'm not going to not block. Perhaps they are going to play Midnight Scavengers. Well, that is a good card. Do I want to risk them like playing a real spell and hitting me? Nah, I think I just probably want to kill this guy off. I mean, I obviously can play Midnight Scavengers, and it theoretically blocks, but I'm not too sure that it'll work out that way. Like, he seemed a bit too free in trading off their 3/2 for my, 2/1. I feel like something may be up if I try to just like block. It is true that the Thermal Alchemist is quite good at blocking zombies. They brought this guy back. This seems fine. I mean, I guess I'm glad this Newsgraph mob wasn't dead. And that was lazy. I probably should have just attacked with both of my zombies first. The perils of being lazy on Magic Online. I think it's fairly safe to attack with both these. Oh, they just pinged me out of the blue. Okay. I'll deal you an extra 2 points of damage then. I can't think of a card that they would have that wouldn't give me at least a zombie out of this. I mean, they can have the card that gives plus power and first strike. That's certainly a card that they can have, or something along those lines. But I still think I come out ahead in the exchange, just like card advantage wise. It's just a galvanic bombardment. Okay. And then you get to exile something. Prying questions. Wow. This opponent. Okay, maybe I do need to kill this Thermal Alchemist. Probably not. I guess I probably want to play Campaign of Vengeance. Just start my life gain train rolling. Like, it seems like they can't win, really, if I just do this and start lightning helixing their face over and over again with my 3 zombies. And if I like draw a land next turn, I can play this, get back the Graph Rats, play Graph Rats, flip it up and all that sort of thing. That'll be great. Murderous Compulsion, and they didn't Didn't ping. Oops. Opponent realized it did not ping. Playing this instant during their main phase. Seems decent. Well, let's see. I guess I'm going to attack with both these zombies. They can trade them off with the devils. And then I can like kill off the Thermal Alchemist and play like Field Creeper. And this is okay, I think. They're going to get a certain amount of value from that anyway. Though it's possible I should have just saved up to like Midnight Scavengers in like one big turn. Seems like they're a bit F6 happy. I think they've missed a few points of damage with Thermal Alchemist, which is always obviously great for me. Bold Impaler. Bold. I like it. Not gonna object to that. Alright then. We did it. Yeah. Well, my opponent's deck is extremely aggressive. Plus, like Rise from the Grave and Murderous Compulsion, which are not typically super aggressive cards. But they're playing things which are like a Lava Spike, so I think it's possible I need to just bring in this Cathar Shield. I mean, it seems pretty good against like most of their creatures. Also defends me against the Devil's card quite significantly. I think Field Creeper is probably like my worst card since it's just a 2. This is just a 2/1, and I have quite a few things that trades unfavorably with. And I don't think I want to board anything else out or in. Like I could change this for just something with more power, more toughness rather. I think this is all fine. This hand seems fine. Can get some double duty going on here with Cathar's Shield plus the Garden Priest. I'm happy to see that Midnight Scavengers. Just the ever after Midnight Scavengers value train. Liliana, the Last Hope. Goodness. That's certainly a card. Well, unfortunately, this doesn't do too much this turn, but it's about sending a message. Definitely need to do something about Liliana. But it turns out that taking out my, vanilla 2/1 was also a good idea, just because this would have destroyed him. I won't send any messages this time, just in case. So hopefully the opponent's still a bit low on the old creature side of things, so we can actually attack with these guys. Of course we could attack with both and then tap, but well, we have an Infectious Curse on the opponent, which isn't bad, but I'm definitely a little bit afraid of this Liliana. It's I guess I just want to play Midnight Scavengers, even though we're not getting any real value out of it. Looks like they're gonna ultimate, which is pretty brutal. I don't think we can win this game, but I mean we do have an Infectious Curse in play. We can maybe sneak enough damage in. But yeah, it's pretty unfortunate for me. Liliana just held off my 2-drop, killed my next couple of guys. Now they're gonna get, you know, a bunch of zombies every turn. Can skulk in, get some curses going, but it looks real grim. Oh, well, guess we're not skulking in anymore. And I guess we can equip skulk in that way. Well, we might as well try and fight them to the bitter end. Why not? Charge! Yep. I mean, I could just puncturing like this. I guess that keeps my Slayer alive slightly longer. Nah, that's fine. I guess I'm gonna use Garden Priest. So while I think this still remains very good against every card they played other than Liliana, it's pretty embarrassing this game. Block. Since we're not beating almost anything. Rise from the Grave on Ironclad Slayer to get back their boon. That's pretty brutal. Yeah, it just took away like one of the ways that we could potentially sort of just have enough creatures in play long enough to kill them. I'll concede at this point. Well then. I'm not sure what we have to do about that. This doesn't seem particularly good. Maybe still needs, you know, some of our 2-drops. This still does something. Well, I think we're generally okay against most of their deck, but as long as they don't play turn 3 Liliana again, and then, you know, slaughter the rest of my squad. I would like to play first. I'll keep. Could go badly if they do have the Liliana. Not quite sure why they'd have cards like the 1/2 for 1 and the 3 mana card that goes to the dome in the same deck. But I guess they can just have like their hyper aggro deck with a random Liliana in it. So all the spells that would otherwise be saved for, you know, clearing blockers suddenly go for clearing out creatures that are attacking Liliana. Well, there she is again. Puncturing Light, definitely not that great. There was definitely a consideration to board out. Well, let's say I think all of our other cards are quite good against them. We just really needed them not to be doing this to us. Time to make some zombies at least. So if we draw a land next turn, I think we might be okay, because Newsgraph mob should be able to, you know, whip out enough zombies to swarm over, ironically enough, against Liliana. But we're definitely living in scary times at the moment. Since if they just have enough random cheap cards to, you know, suicide in the way of these zombies, then you know what you want to do about it. They might have combat tricks, so I am going to play this pre-combat this time. I'll be delighted if the occultist doesn't block. I mean, we're definitely not out of the woods. If they just like double block, then they have like a good removal spell for the mob and another creature with they can block a zombie, because then they can just uptick Liliana. Rise from the Grave. Okay. Wonder how many of these they have. Played one in every game so far. I think I just want to play this Accursed Witch this turn, so desperately want Liliana to be out of the danger zone for me. Do I want to play around the shock? I guess there's no real playing around it if they have the shock. I mean, they can like shock this, but I'd actually rather them shock the mob rather than the zombie. Oh dear. Oh dear. That's a disaster. Yep. Prying questions. Okay. Why couldn't they have drawn that a turn earlier? Okay. All in. And we're gonna drain them at a reasonable pace. Can make it quite hard for things to get traded off. Pretty horrifying art here. I mean, are they really willing to take 10 damage here? No, they are not. Okay. Infectious Curse, go! Yeah, I've got to drain them for 4. Sounds great. Don't gain life, please. So yeah, it didn't only took like 1 card that this went with for this card to be great. Hooray, we did it! We beat Liliana without a lot of support. But it almost beat us all by itself. See you for our next round.